Good morning, everybody. Joe Chacho here. Happy Friday to everybody. Got to get you on and off the call somewhat quick today so you guys can go out and do some Christmas shopping later on tonight and over the weekend. So before I get started, Monday, there's been a lot of changes in the insurance field. Transamerica's got a brand new application that came out, 0 to 85 with a height weight chart, some other minimal changes. Foresters has made changes to where they've got now a preferred, then they got a standard, which only has a 1 year look back on their heart issues, heart attacks, strokes, stents, angioplasties, only 1 year look back. And then they have their actual basic, which is a graded return of premium. I've got Bruce on the call Monday from Foresters, who's going to go over the new application with us, go over some of the new things that are happening. So if you got time, I'm telling you, you got to be on the call Monday because the program has gotten a whole lot sexier, especially only with a 1 year look back and all of the benefits that come with it. With them, if you get a program for $10,000 or more, you're going to be able to get a free will, plus some other benefits as well. He's going to talk about that on Monday. So Transamerica changes, Foresters changes. America came out again with their You First. We heard Amy on the call Monday. So get this stuff and put it to work for you. The newsletter will be going out either late this afternoon or Monday with all the different things on Foresters, Trans, America, all the different things we've got going on, plus the lead program. Heather spoke to you guys yesterday about the CRM program. It was a very, very good call. We got a lot of calls back on people wanting to get started with it to get themselves more in control of their business for next year. A lot more agents are starting to do Medicare Advantage, so they've got to be on track and keep their clients in sync to where they know when to call and what to call about. So more stuff about that coming up. Let's talk about door knocking. Had a lot of agents call me lately. A lot of new agents go on the program, starting the new program and getting direct mail. They're getting the phone leads. We're going to talk about direct mail primarily today. Yet it's basically the same when you go to a door and what you say. Spoke to an agent Tuesday, which prompted me to want to do this call. Never been in filing expense before, has had his insurance license for a while. He's done a lot of Medicare and Medicare Advantage. He said, Joe, he says, this is a great market to be in because they kind of parlay off of each. We're dealing with a certain type of clientele. Medicare Advantage in most areas have got no monthly plan premiums. This is something that I think is ideal. I think I'm losing a lot of money leaving it on the table. I said, you are. So we started talking. He said, well, Joe, how is it different than Medicare? I said, well, Medicare Advantage, you cannot call the people. They need to call you. When it comes to filing expense, you can knock on their door. You can phone call them. You can just do basically whatever you want to get in front of them. He said, Joe, he says, I'm not too comfortable on knocking on a door. He says, I really don't want to knock on a door. So, brings it to the call. I'm going to be straightforward. I got a new attitude for 2020. Here's the way it is. I'm going to kind of be more blunt this coming year. I'm going to kind of have the rubber hit the road a little bit harder this coming year. And here's what I got to say about door knocking. If a client sends a lead in to you that you pay for, regardless what you pay for, regardless, whether it's a referral, a lead, a phone lead, if they have no phone number on a direct mail lead, what do you do with that lead? Throw it in the trash? What if it comes with a phone number and people don't answer? Do you throw it in the trash? Or sit and say, Joe, I don't want to do that there. I don't feel comfortable knocking on doors. Well, folks, today people are not answering the phones like they used to. And the main reason is because they just don't want to. People say if they don't have a caller ID with your name, they don't know if it's a tax bill collector. They don't know if it's a solicitor. I've gotten more phone calls on my cell phone on a daily basis wanting to tell me that they're work for the Social Security, they're from the IRS, they're there for a new credit card, they're there for extended warranty on my car, all of these different things. So with that said is that people are reluctant to say hello. So what the telemarketers are doing now
is that they're getting a little bit smarter. When they call you, they've got your area code and the first three numbers of your phone to mimic you to where you think is somebody calling you from your area, yet they're not. I was having lunch last week and I got a phone call to me with 5 numbers on it. I got a phone call to me with my phone number on it. So you're looking at what these people are doing. They're becoming more savvy to try to get you to answer the phone, you being the client. So us being in sales, we've got to sit and say, how do I adjust to what these other people are doing and interfering with my business? So here's my straightforward answer to you. No sugarcoating. If you do not want to knock on a door, you got to try. If you try and you try and you try, it doesn't work, you don't feel comfortable, your stomach's in total knots, you try some more. Okay? Now, if you do not have the eye of the tiger and you don't have the guts to knock on a door, for whatever reason, it's not everybody's personality to even be in sales. I couldn't sit behind a desk all day long. I couldn't be an engineer working on a doggone drafting table. That's not my personality. Everybody doesn't do that work. So what we do is a niche market. So you got to have more guts. If you don't want to knock on a door, don't get in the final expense. Don't get into a place that you got to do things that take you out of your comfort zone. I never knocked on a door before when I started doing this here. I worked in the family business. I never had to knock on a door. When I got into business, my friend Scott said, Joe, you can make yourself a lot of money. You got a great personality, something you got to learn. Yet he said, you got to knock on doors, you got to make phone calls. I said, damn, Scott, I don't want to call people. I don't want to knock on doors. I don't want to do that stuff there. Yet, I said, I got to make money. I got to eat. So my thought mentality is, let me get the dice, throw them, and see what happens. I had nothing to lose. Nothing. I did it. I was nervous. I was scared. My legs were shaking. Once I did it, and people said, hello, how you doing? Come in. Your calling card is your smile. Once you get over that stomach pain, your stomach getting in knots about doing it, once you start doing it, it becomes a lot easier. Now, I'm going to tell you some things that I think are going to make it easier for you, because the agent asked me, well, Joe, he tasked me, I wrote it all down. I felt very good about this phone call. He says, Joe, where do I stand? What should I bring to the door with me? What do I say? Which are all 3 qualifying questions of how to door knock. So let's start with the first one. Where do I stand? Now, this is what works for me, and this is what works for a large majority of agents. I've ridden with agents before who go to a door and they're standing on top of the door with a big old bag in their arm, with their like a big old folder bag in their arm, or they have a big old briefcase in their hand, and they get to a house. So there's really no rhyme or reason that, Joe, my way is the best way, or this is the best way. The best way is what works for you, yet it may work for you because you feel comfortable taking that stuff, yet if you don't get into a house, you don't get into a door, you may need to sit and revisit what you carry, where you stand, and what you say. So let's take a couple steps back. Let's talk about, where do I stand when I go to a door? Well, to me, the bigger you are, the further back you should stand. Gone over this before. I'm 6'1", I weigh a lean 250. Okay? Now, if I'm going to a door and I've got a lady who's 5'2", 5'4", 5'6", I look like the Jolly Green Giant at that door. I haven't called her. She's got no idea who I am. I'm a complete stranger. I've caught her off guard. She don't know me from Adams. So I gotta sit and say, Joe, you gotta be smart. Where do you stand? So my thought is, the taller you are, the further back you stand. I stand a minimum of 8 to 10 feet back. I'm standing back. She can hear me. I can lower my voice. She can still hear me. I tell her what I gotta say. She can still hear me. But I'm not in her uncomfortable zone. Because when you get too close to somebody, they get a little nervous. When you start getting into that personal zone and they don't know you, whoa, When you get into the intimate zone, which is like 1.5 feet, where spouses and significant others get, you can't get that close because the first thing they're going to do is pull back. And when they pull back, their ears shut, their eyes go blank, and they got no idea what you're doing, and they get nervous and they say, I changed my mind. I've taken care of it already. Oh, no, not today. I got something else to do. Stand back. That's number one, stand back. Now, what do I say when I go to a door? To me, the least you say, the better it is. These leads, different leads got different things on there. Some got life insurance, some got final expense, some got burial insurance. Every lead is different. What the carriers do, what the mail houses do is they say, Joe, we're going to mail for your people. Yet for us to hold the cost down for you is that we got to be a little vague on the lead wording. And the reason they do that is because if the lead says life insurance, people sometimes don't sit it in. If the lead's got 3, 5, 7, 10, and 12,000 slots on there, sometimes the people don't send it in. So now what the lead companies have done, they've got it to where they streamline the wording on the lead, yet it lets them know that it's about either a funeral plan or a final expense plan. People send these things in, they think they know what it's about, they don't know if they think what it's about. Our job is to go to a house and tell them, hello, Ms. Jones, my name is Joe. Recently you had sent this card in, and this is what you're going to do. This is a lead here. This is one of the leads we use. I took everybody's name on there. This is what the wording says here. If you see how I've got stuff highlighted on it, I take it, I've got all my leads together, I got 20, 30, 40 leads. I want her or him to feel I'm very busy. I want them to feel everybody in their neighborhood wants this information. I want her to feel special that I took time out of my day to do what I do best and to come visit her and give her the information. Highlight the important words. I've highlighted on here, you may qualify for a state-regulated program to pay for your final expense. Turned down before. Important to know how to qualify for these benefits for you. Pays 100% of your funeral expenses on this lead. Now, I don't tell them what it says because right now, I didn't sit and say it's tax-free to Florida residents. I didn't sit and say regardless of your medical condition. I didn't say it's no cost. I didn't say return this card. I'm going to hand it to them and say, hello, my name is Joe, Ms. Jones. Hello, Ms. Jones, my name is Joe. Recently you sent this card in. What is this card about? I do not feel that I want to tell what the card is about because A, I may not say what rings a bell on the reason she sent the card in. So me doing this for a long time, I'm going to sit and take a chance and say, may I hand you the card, please? 99% they're going to say yes. The other 1% they may say, well, what is it about? Can you explain it to me? Let me hand you the card. When they say yes, ask permission. May I hand you the card? When they say yes, I want you to walk up to people slowly. I want you to hand it to them. Say, here's the card. And then back up. Now, when I go back, I was 8 to 10 feet. Now I'm going to be 6 to 8 feet. I'll be a little bit closer. Not going to be all the way back. Be a little bit closer. You want them to feel comfortable. You want them to feel at ease when they look at that paper. They're going, uh-huh. You don't want them looking at that, looking at you, thinking you're going to come in and push your way in the house. So you may sit and say, well, damn, Joe, I'm going to stand back another. I'm going to stand back 10, 12 feet now. I want her to feel comfortable. So it's up to you. It's your situation. You're the driver of the boat. You're the agent in charge. You know your area better than me. I've worked a lot of different areas, and I must tell you, people are different in every area. In Florida, where I work, I work like within 100 miles. The people are different here, okay? Not different being different. They just got different personalities in different areas, okay? I worked before in North Carolina. I worked before in South Carolina. I've worked in Texas. I've worked in Chicago. I need to work in California. What I've seen is that folks are just different. Not in a bad way. They're different. You know what I'm saying? Hun, you want some sweet tea? Hun, you want to come on in? Sure, come on in. Then you hear, nobody's coming to my house. I don't want to talk about nothing with nobody. No. Mail me the information. I didn't do that. So now you got to know how to wheel and deal at the door. You can't sit and run like a little scaredy cat. You got to sit and say, I spent money on this lead here. You're not going to intimidate me. My job is to get in the house. You wanted the information. You can listen to me whether you want to or not. You can take a step back. Say, whoa. And your mind say, whoa, big boy. Hold on a minute. I'm here because you wanted the information. So now you've got to start practicing and say, Mr. Jones, I'm only here because you filled out this card and wanted the information. I'm just doing my job. Okay? I tried calling you, you didn't answer. I wanted to call you, you didn't put your phone number on there. I was right around the corner. I thought I'd just come by and introduce myself to see when I can make an appointment with you. I'm here for you. Tell me what you want me to do. I'm just doing my job. I'm giving you the respect of coming over here to help you out. Be nice. Go slow. Tap those brakes, tap slow. You're a stranger. They don't know you. They don't know who you are. So don't take it personal. Don't say, Joe, these leads suck. Joe, these leads are terrible. You need to practice more. You need to get up and practice. Now, Joe, what do you mean by practice? Well, let's say you're a baseball player. You're a golfer. You're a football player. Before the game, you just don't walk out on the field and go to bat. No, you go and you swing the bat a bunch of times. You loosen your arm up. You throw the ball with the other players. When you're golfing, you go to the driving range to get your groove. Am I hitting the ball fat today? Am I going slow? Am I doing this wrong? Here's my thought. Warm up on lead program by working some of your older leads that you were unable to get a hold of. Work on some of the people you had gone to before if you have an inventory of leads and say, you sent another card in. I thought I'd come back and visit with you again. Let them ruffle your feathers. Get all that stuff out. Let them help you out. So now when you go to a brand new lead, you got all those idiots out of the way. Now you're ready to go. You say, okay, I got all my no's out of the way. Now I've got my yeses coming. It's a psychological game, guys. Okay? How many sales are you going to make when you go to a house? Nobody knows that there. Well, Joe, why does he do 5 sales out of 12 leads and I can only do 2? It's not because he's better. He may have a different style, different tact. He may handle things better. He may know how to have a better comeback when they give him some type of rejection. You gotta practice. Just because you have this lead here. This lead here is a reason, it's an excuse. It is what you call just something for you to get in front of that person. That's all it is. It doesn't say on there, you're gonna make $600. It doesn't say on there, Joe Chacho, I want to buy from you. It doesn't sit and say, hey Joe, I know you got a car payment coming. I'm gonna buy something from you. You've got to have your mind set. Your mind's got to be ready to go when you go to that door. I want you to think about you getting into a boxing ring with some guy that's a top prize fighter, and you know he's going to punch you. You know he's going to slug you. He's going to give you a couple belly shots. You got to know how to move this way, move that head to the right, left when you're in that ring. Same thing you got to do at the door, guys. Same thing you got to do. You got to be fired up. You got to be ready to go because they're going to throw you a curveball. They're going to throw you a couple punches. And you got to know how to handle it. Let me end up with this thing here. What do I carry to the door? I said in the beginning, I've ridden with agents who carry backpacks, suitcases, big old folders under their arms, and they get into a house. Me, I want to travel light. I wear a little badge. It's got my picture on it. Lets them feel that I'm some sense of authority. I carry a pen here or in my pocket, whatever my mood is, and leads. Nothing else. Nothing else. I'm not there to sell nothing. Ma'am, you sent this card in. I'm here to go over the information you wanted. Information does not need a briefcase. It doesn't need an application. It doesn't need an iPad. You don't need that stuff here. Well, Joe, what do I say when I get in the house? Hello, how you doing? Great seeing you. Christmas time coming up. Man, almighty, it's been raining lately. How's the weather been around here? I live about 25 miles over that way there. This is my area. I'm the area manager. I'm the district manager. I'm the regional manager of this area here. I love doing my job. Get to know them. Here's the 5 things you got to know when you go into a house. It doesn't matter whether it's a graded program, modified, guaranteed issue, return. It does not matter about none of this stuff here. Here's the 5 fundamental things you have to know when you go to somebody's house. Number 1, when you're speaking with them, the way the program works is a level face amount. $5, $10, $15, $20,000 always remains the same. Doesn't matter whether it's an actual immediate or modified. The face amount's the same. I didn't say how it pays out. Face amount. Number 2, premiums are the same. I like saying, let's say the premiums are $1 a month. I used to sit and say the premiums could be 60 or 70 because in my mind, I'm getting them ready to spend that amount of money. I'm trying to send them a signal that's what they should buy. I don't like it no more. You know why? I can't afford that. Right what I'm talking about, I can't afford that. So now they threw my mojo off. So now, level face amount, level premiums. Just for example, premiums would be $1 a month. $1 a month. You got a cash value in your program. It grows. It's a permanent plan. Can never be taken away from you. Once you get it, it's yours. Your health changes, your age changes, everything stays the same. And here's the beauty. You have as many beneficiaries as you want, and you can change them anytime you want. It's really all you got to know. Now, when you're giving them that information, now you got to start gathering health information, which that's a total different call there. So let's kind of make this a full circle. When you go to the door, whether it's scary or not scary, you need to start doing it, because if you don't, you're leaving money on the table. You're buying a lead, the lead is sitting there, it's getting dust, somebody else is going to go make the sale you could have made. The bigger you are, the further back I recommend you to stand. Even if you're a young lady, 5'3", 5'4", stand back a little bit. They still don't know you're still a stranger, stand back a little bit, okay? There's really no need for you to carry your purse. Put your purse in your trunk, lock it up. Carry your keys. That's all you need. You don't need your license. You don't need your money. You don't need your wallet. You don't need that stuff there. All you need is a personality with a smile, and somebody's got a little bit of energy to want them to sit and say, can you give me the information? I don't understand what this is about. That's all you want them to say. Well, great, I'm glad I'm here. I'm the area manager. If you just give me 2 minutes of your time, I'll be out of here. Okay? Stand back 8 to 10 foot. Carry a bunch of leads with you. Highlight the leads. I encourage that there. Number 3, travel light. Carry what you want. I carry nothing. Be nice. Tap those brakes. Slow down. Let them know that you are the person in charge of this area here. They sent the card off. Your job is to visit with them. If they ask you, why did you call to make an appointment? I called, there was no answer. There's no phone number on the lead. I was right around the corner visiting with one of your neighbors, and I took care of them. I thought I'd come by and see you. Okay? Take your time. I want you to sit and practice this stuff here. You know the old saying, practice makes perfect? I don't think you're ever perfect at doing this job, because there's different variables here. Okay? You got an old woman, a young man. You got a guy that's this. You got a girl that's this. Everybody's different. The more you do it, the more acclimated you will get to handle these people here. The most important word that you gotta love in this business, you gotta love the word I'm gonna tell you. You gotta love the word no. The rejection's gotta be your favorite friend. It's gotta be your first cousin. Because you're gonna get more no's than you get yeses. Baseball player gets at the bat, he gets 3 hits out of 10. Other 7 times he don't get on base. So he's more unsuccessful than he is successful. Same thing with us, guys. Take advantage of it. If you got any questions, give us a call. Get with your manager. Appreciate your hard work. Have a fantastic weekend. Knock, knock, knock. Make money. Call us.
Drive safe. We'll be good. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.